ever finished a shift and felt so exhausted that you didn't even know where to begin? Have you ever finished a shift and just not even wanted to communicate with your colleagues and you felt completely and utterly drained? Do you struggle even waking up in the morning to physically go to work? Hey, I'm Nurse Diaries UK. I am a gynecology nurse and I love to do everything to do with nursing. I like to talk about my journey as a registered nurse on this platform. I also like to do events for nurses and healthcare professionals. And I also like to do women's wellness events as I'm a gynecology nurse. And in this video, we're going to be speaking about burnout because that is something that as nurses we really do not talk about. I've been a qualified nurse for 4 years now, and I can say that I have experienced burnout. And recently, I haven't been uploaded on YouTube due to burnout, and I didn't know when was the right time to come and discuss this to you guys. So I feel like now that things are getting better for me, I feel like I need to discuss this because when I was speaking to the people around me and when I was talking to a lot of people on Instagram, many were feeling the same, but people didn't actually identify this as burnout because it's always suggested that it's something that's negative. So this video is really to talk about what it is, what are the signs of burnout, what to look out for, and how to overcome it. If you haven't already, before we even get started, make sure you like this video, you subscribe to this channel, and once you've done that, let's get started. So this video is going to be short and sweet for you guys, and we will have a part 2 next week. Part 2 will be a bit different because I will be showing you how to actually overcome that burnout. So it's going to be it's going to be a vlog, so it's not going to be a sit down video like this. Less serious, but it'll be amazing, and I know you guys are going to love it. But yeah, so what exactly is burnout? So burnout is a feeling of just feeling constantly drained when it comes to work, constantly depressed, constantly sad, having less patience with your colleagues, and this may even affect your patient care as well. Burnout is a feeling of just working continuously and feeling that it's never going to end. It's being unhappy in the environment that you are in. Now, as nurses, we do long shifts between days and nights, and that can already affect our hormone levels. Many different factors as to why you could get burnt out, but it's really important to actually sit down, and this is something that I did, write down how I'm feeling, see what is it that actually triggers me to feel burnt out. Is it the environment that I'm in? Is it what I'm learning? Have I learned anything? Am I meeting my goals? Do I feel like things are just so repetitive that I can do this with my eyes closed? Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? That is step 1. So, out of many careers, nurses are at very high risk of developing burnout, and there's many reasons. It can be due to long hours, it can be due to the pressures of the work that we do, it can also be due to having to face death. We look after patients, unfortunately, that die. And that can actually affect us as well. It may be due to your work pattern. Maybe you're doing consistent shifts that do not agree with your body. It may be due to, as I said, not gaining the skills that you require. Maybe due to feeling just like you're not learning, you're not developing, and that can actually build a lot of frustration within yourself as well. There are many different factors, but these are things to look out for if you realize that you are feeling burnt out. It can be lack of sleep, so you may struggle sleeping, maybe thinking about the ward, maybe thinking about your patients, and you're not able to actually sleep properly, meaning that not only are you physically tired but mentally drained as well because you're not able to just switch off. Be very, very anxious and agitated when you're on shift at all times, and even when you're off shift at all times due to the stress of the environment that you work in. Another example in regards to burnout is your emotional feelings. You may feel very easily triggered by many things. You may feel very overwhelmed, be very tearful, which is something you may not be used to, or you may feel completely detached and less sensitive in regards to patient experiences and feel like you no longer have the emotion that you initially had when you started your job. So there's many factors to look out for, even for your physical health as well. You may find that on your off days you're unable to do anything, and it's not just once or twice, because I know we all are guilty of that, but it's all the time. That is something to be concerned of as well. So sometimes as nurses we dismiss these symptoms because we think that this is part of the job, but it's not. If it's all the time, it's definitely not. Other impacts that burnout can have on you as an individual is that you may become detached, as I said before, to your patients, to your colleagues. You may become easily annoyed at your patients, at your colleagues, even at loved ones as well, because this is not something that only affects you whilst you're at work, but also affects you outside of work as well. You may not have the opportunity to see friends and family, so you may be very distant from them. You may see them and just be easily annoyed at them, and it's all due to this emotional and different change in behavior. You feel like you have time to do your favorite hobbies at all, so you feel like you've lost that sense of knowing yourself, identifying who you really are. So, burnout can lead to an absence of going to work. You may feel like you don't want to go to work and may call in sick on a continuous amount of times. You may feel like your well-being morale is not there. You don't feel mentally stable. You may find your patient workload much harder than you've ever found before as well, and that's due to you feeling burnt out. Simple tasks that you were able to do before are now tasks that you're really struggling with. I think the key take from this video is really understanding what burnout is. Now we're going to speak about the impacts and what you can do to prevent burnout. And if you are burnt out, how you can look after yourself. And as I said, this is a two-part video. So the second part will be out next Sunday, where it will be a vlog. But I'll get into that towards the end. What you can do is make sure that at work you're having your regular breaks. It's very important. As nurses, we tend to look after everybody else and not look after ourselves. And sometimes it's fine to miss your break if you really have to. However, if it's now becoming a repetitive cycle, you're not able to turn off, you're not able to switch off. So, doing simple things such as making sure you have your break, making sure you're eating healthy, making sure you're doing something completely different to switch off on your break. I, for example, always bring my iPad with me so I can actually just zone out, watch a movie, catch up with my favorite YouTuber, watch a vlog, do something that will just clear my mind from what I'm actually doing, and it helps me so much. So if you haven't already tried that, I 100% advocate for you to do that. You will not go wrong. But yeah, just switching off when you're at work, tuning into your family and friends is very important as well. I have tried my best and we're still trying, but with my friends we try to do a monthly catch ups, just so that we have something to look forward to each month. That will really help your health and your mental well-being. Pick up a hobby on the side. I know that the job is stressful as it is, but that is exactly why you need to find something to do on the side, and you don't have to always do things with someone. If you're someone that lives alone or you don't have anyone around you, try something different. Meet new people, meet people who are not even in the profession that you're in, so you don't have to always talk about nursing outside of work. And also, don't be checking your emails and messages in regards to work when you're off. It's not the time. If you're off, if it's your day off, keep it as your day off. Don't be scrolling through all your emails, because those emails can wait. It's your day off. The following day, you can go back to it. So that's something as well. Just learning how to switch off, learning how to prioritize yourself is very important outside of work, because then when you go to work, you're able to prioritize the people who are unwell, the people who you need to look after. If you're not your 100% self, then how will they have that care that they require? And for me, myself, I love traveling. I'm all about health and wellness, as you guys know. So I love doing my Pilates, my gym sessions. I've got a PT for the gym because I found it quite hard to just look into the gym. So I found a PT and I've been looking in ever since. So it's just about finding what works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, finding ways in which it can work for you as well is very important. But you don't have to do things that you don't want to do. If you don't like Pilates, find something else to do. Somebody does boxing. I don't want to do boxing, but if that works for them, then perfect. So yeah, it's about literally just tuning into your body, listening to your body, listening to your mind. For me as well, it's very important that you tune into God, because He guides you through everything. So yeah, just figuring out what it is that you need to do to look after yourself. And with that being said, I felt very burnt out. Myself, and one of my best friends called Frances, who you guys may or may not know. She's been in a lot of my videos ever since we were at university. We met there. We both felt extremely burnt out with work. Felt like we needed a break. Okay, so we were getting the symptoms that I spoke to you guys about previously, and we felt like we just needed a break from everything, because sometimes it's very good to listen to your body when you're starting to feel a bit down, a bit tired, when you feel like you're not being yourself. That is when you need to check in. So we both said that we're not feeling like ourselves. So we decided to book a spontaneous trip to Slovenia, and we had an amazing time. We didn't do the usual trips that we do, which is go to the beach, go to a beach holiday, do all these excursions. We kept it simple. We went to Slovenia, which I personally didn't even know where it was, but we had the most amazing time. The country is so beautiful. There was just a lake by us. We really tapped into nature. We were doing hiking. It was unreal. And sometimes just being in tune with nature and being in your thoughts and writing things down and being present with God is all you really need. So I have decided to, well, at the time I wasn't even going to vlog anything, but because we had such an amazing time, you guys are going to be tuning into the vlog next Sunday at this time. And we'll be talking about that in more depth in regards to why we decided to go to Slovenia, what happened, how we felt, etc. I hope you've liked this video. I hope you understood a bit more about burnout. It happens to every single one of us. I don't know a nurse who has never felt burnt out before. It's just not possible. Okay, sometimes you do feel burnt out, but it's just even saying the word burnout, a lot of us deny. But the feelings and what burnout even is something that we all deal with. And at times you may feel like you're starting to get burnt out, and that's when you have to tune into your body. You have to listen to yourself, as what we did. And now, as you can see, I'm feeling so much more refreshed, so much better, and I can't wait to start my new adventures and share that with you guys as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I will see you next week for part 2, where we talk more in regards to burnout, what it is, and how we really deal with it as we head off to Slovenia. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.